I mean, I understood the idea of it.
Yeah, I think that might have been a perfect mix because, we talking about businesses, I mean, I've been a part of some successful businesses, some unsuccessful businesses, whatever however you want to say it. But a lot of times people think that businesses have to be structured in a way, a certain height, in a pyramid form, when you have top, 2, 3, but sometimes you can have, 1, 2, 3, and these 3 come this way, these 3 come, you don't have to have a symmetrical order of hierarchy.
But what you do have to have is a respect. And we
that's the thing, though. I think it's enough respect with them 3 guys and Jay Prince being a quote unquote OG that they might have, I don't know, they might have like followed him, like listen to what he said. Because when you're in business, you can have like us 3 can be in business and have 3 different personalities. But if there's a mutual respect for, let's say Bug is the seasoned guy in his business and he's the OG. We're gonna put our situations to the side and we're gonna follow him because he has a proven track record of what he's doing is good. So
I agree with that. I move like that, but I don't see Suge doing that, and I damn sure don't see Irv doing that.
Irv a businessman though. Irv has put his personality aside for business. Irv has put his personality aside for business and got the business done because him and Dame kind of did it. So him and Dame are 2 big personalities.
Irv at the time was trying to get on them, and Jaden had the money.
Well, Irv and them was but by the time they was talking about doing it, the conglomerate shit, like.
No, but do you realize the Murder Inc. was Jay-Z, Ja Rule,
and DMX.
Mm-hmm. The first time that they ever appeared on a song was on a Mike Geronimo song.
Yeah.
So that was long ago.
That's 96, 90. No, it's not
96. That was like
94, 95, 92.
Like 93, 92.
Yeah.
Like Geronimo was popping.
Yeah.
So Irv kind of like Jay and them had the money and Irv didn't. Irv talked his way into a record label after that.
Yeah.
So when Jay said it himself, you see who a person really is when both of y'all got money. Because if I got money and you don't, you need me.
Yeah.
When we both got money, we see what's up. Mm-hmm. And I think that would have been that kind of way. Because if you watch Irv, man, Irv is brash. You know what I'm saying? He kind of like on the ignorant tip, Jay not with that. That's why Jay and Dame eventually had to split. It was going to happen at some point because their personalities are just totally different.
Yeah.
And
but on the other side, the reason why Jay was able to be in certain situations is because Dame was brash. Like it's like you need it's a yin and a yang. You need the black and the white, the up and the down. You can't just have somebody that's always cool. You can't have somebody that's always brash. You need both parts to make
they got
work.
to the point where no matter what we think, if we have all of these different personalities, one of these personalities have to shine. Like you got to be a good soldier in order to be a great leader. Mm-hmm. When you came down to all of them, Dame and Jay was destined to move apart at some point. It just wasn't going to be amicable or not.
Yeah, because I blame Jay for that. I think Jay is.
I don't think it's a blame.
I 100%
think it's all on Jay. I've heard
on Jay.
I've heard interviews about people who were around that situation that said Jay himself was like, "I need a CEO who don't want to be in the limelight. Let me shine. I can do all these things that he doing. I can do them, and I don't need him around. I need a CEO who gonna sit in the background and do what I say do." And the moment Dame was removed from that situation, the talent level dropped as well. Because Jay ain't a good CEO or runner of a label.
I don't believe that, because when you look at it, I think Jay just diversified what he was doing because music was changing. And
you think? Well, so I'm saying, like, if I unobjectively objectively looked at it and say, let's say we put Dame over here, we put Jay right here, we put Irv right here, we put Suge right here, we put Jay right here, Lil Jay,
right,
and we say,
throw Master P in there too.
I can't put Master P in there, bro. That's in the conversation.
Okay.
We're just talking about these sports color
Right,
and saying what talent that we go and find and cultivate and put to the table. If you look at Irv, ain't nobody ran the game like Irv has out of all of them. Ain't nobody ran as far as like dominating music. Irv had it.
But the reason why Irv was able to, when we look at the moguls that dominated, like Puff,
yeah,
they be putting their names on production credits. And Irv was actually producing stuff. When you leave,
yeah, but even Puff wasn't producing, but Puff.
No. But I'm saying,
Puff, yeah,
his name was in those credits.
But like I said, I'm saying like kids come to you, right, and they got a hell of a jumper,
right?
They got to jump out this world. They a spot up shooter. All you do is say, man, you know, if you can get one dribble, that spot up jumper makes you unstoppable, right?
Right.
You added a tweak, a little small tweak to make him unstoppable, right? Yeah. That's Irv. That's Puff. I mean, I'm sorry. That's Puff.
That's Puff. Yeah, I'm about to say Irv.
Puff. Yeah, Puff is like big, you cold, but all this gangster street shit, no. Put that shit on an R&B beat.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Puff is really good at employing the right people to do what
exactly. He did the same thing with Jodeci. The same, like we can't deny Puffy. Puff got Jodeci, Mary J. Blige, Craig Mack. He got too many people that he's done this over and over with to say that we can't deny him. We can't deny Irv though, because Irv is like shit. Okay, Irv, Ashanti, Ja Rule, Charlie Baltimore. You know all that. It's too much to deny Irv too. The way that Puff did it was this way, but it did different ways. So I'm like,
what about Dame?
Look, I like Dame. I'm gonna tell you this. Dame was personality wise. Dame was what they needed at the moment, but he never evolved conversationally. And like he's an intelligent guy, but he's stubborn and he wants what he wants when he wants it, and that only works when you're on top. When you actually have to mend relationships or nurture relationships, he doesn't do a good job at that. And that was I think the thing that rubbed Jay wrong was like Jay saw where he was trying to take it and he wasn't going to be able to take it there with Dame on his side. And that's what I meant by eventually they had to split. I don't think it's a good or bad thing. I just think that they grew apart.
Are the relationship with black folk or white folk?
What you mean with Jay?
The relationships that Jay wants to keep together, are those with other black folks?
Well, both
white folks.
Even Currency sued Dame, bro.
But well, hold up. When Currency sued Dame, we can go and look at Currency suing Dame, and we can also go see Currency saying like, I ain't suing him on no I hate him shit. I just sued him because it was some legal shit. But I still got love for Dame.
Right. He got love for Dame because he felt like Dame showed him a lot of shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But Dame happened with Jay. You ain't never heard anybody say, I don't fuck with, I sued Jay or I did, and then I still fuck with Jay. It's like, fuck Jay.
Ain't nobody ever sued Jay.
Yeah, because Jay, well, you can't sue Jay because Jay is just he ain't doing business like that. He's not the person that's really, like, once again, you can't sue Jay because Jay ain't the person that's putting his hands on the shit to make it work. Jay's just the figurehead that said, oh, I'm Jay-Z.
He was. What about when he was president of Def Jam?
Yeah, Def Jam fell off. That's when Def Jam fell off.
Def Jam fell off because they got bought out and they changed their business model. But that's not act like at the time, the people that he had, like, dog, he got
Rihanna and Rick Ross. That's it. And Jeezy. That's it.
What you mean? That's enough. Who else was popping like that at the time? That's when music changed. He still had Fabulous.
Fabulous before Jay.
But that was still under his direction?
No, that's before Jay.
I feel like every artist Jay signs, and I could be wrong, but it seems like every artist Jay signs is already an established artist.
Yeah.
Even right now with Rock Nation. Even right now with Rock Nation, every artist he is signing is an older act that's already established or some shit like that.
But Rock Nation is managing now.
That's what I'm saying.
Really,
no, but explain the Meg shit, bro. Like when he signed her, it was like he was trying to get her away from a record label, and he ended up signing her to a deal, and that just added the amount of people she got to pay when she do a project.
No, Meg is not on record label with him. She's on a management deal.
She's a management deal.
But that's what I'm saying though. When he signed her to whatever management deal he signed her to,
Yeah,
like he wasn't looking out for her.
Yeah, but he ain't signed her. That's what I'm saying. Like at this point, and we get into semantics.
So who signed her? I'm asking for clarity. So now
for clarity,
company.
She signed to Rock
not
Nation.
Working with her day to day. Rock Nation is his company.
And Rock Nation. No, Rock Nation is a subsidiary
of Live
Nation.
And but what it is the same thing like what he did with the champagne. It's basically, and he said this on the Kevin Hart thing. He said most people are concerned with owning 100% of nothing.
Yeah.
He said when you get the businesses, and most people who do business will tell you that, like you build businesses to sell businesses. That's just the way that it works. You build it, you make it be. That's how big business works, man. Everybody sells the business at a certain point. We ain't talking about the baby that you have that make you $30,000 a year. But when a company is making $100 million, $200 million, eventually you're gonna sell that. That's just the way it works.
It depends.
No, I don't know about that.
That's business. Yeah, if it come through with a good enough offer, you get off that and you start another business.
That's why.
What you mean? Why?
What you mean?
Why? Okay. Question. If I have a business that's generating me let's say a round number, 100 million a year, right? And I'm gonna sell it for 500 million, so I can start another business.
Yeah.
Or
100%,
I'm gonna keep hold up, but I'm gonna keep making this 100 million for 5 years. Like it's the same thing. Like
no, why would not, because I just sold that business for 500 mil. Now I have 500 million in the bank.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna take a portion of that 500 mil and start another company. There could be another $100-200 million company. And then I'm gonna sell that
what say that could that what
it could be. I got 500 mil in the bank already, though, Boog.
But it could be.
But Boog, you talking about generating money? If you bought it from me, that's 500 mil liquid.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
if I don't sell it, I might not make another 100 million again off that company.
Why wouldn't I?
What do you mean? Why wouldn't? That's how.
Listen, what I'm saying. Listen, what I'm saying. I have a commodity over here that's generated 100 million over 2-3 years. That's my baseline. I was making 100 a year. So if I make 80 1 year, 110 next year, 70, 115, I'm averaging 100 million over 3-4 years.
But some people build businesses and they're not married to them. Yeah. They just leverage them.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just saying that what I'm saying is, did Kroger sell out?
But that's a family-owned business.
Okay. Did Walmart sell out? Did
you naming all family-owned businesses, Bill? And then
is Rockefeller not family based?
Rockefeller Records?
Yeah.
No.
It's not Jay, Dame, and Biggs.
They not relatives?
Yeah, they're not relatives in blood, but they're relatives in spirit.
Them niggas don't even talk no more. Biggs talk.
Nah, they don't. But I'm saying, name. I'm trying to think of businesses. Did New Era sell out? Did
New Era was bought
by who?
A bunch of people, a few people actually, because I want to say who just bought that. I'm gonna get back to you with that one.
All right. What about Coke? What about Pepsi? What about
naming all companies that's on the stock market? You can go buy into Coke, Walmart.
Okay. What about you catch me off guard? This is the one time in a long time I got caught off guard. What about McDonald's?
Yeah, they sold.
They sold out? No, they ain't selling.
They're not currently owned by the same family that started McDonald's, though.
Oh,
no. Ray Kroc still gets residuals from McDonald's. He ain't sell out his he ain't sell out his what's called it.
Yeah, but that's the same thing. Like you leverage the business and you keep what you could.
Yeah, but you ain't just like build the business up to sell it to go over here.
You do realize there are a lot of businessmen who that's their job. They create, sell, and create businesses. That's what they
think
do.
About it like this, bro. The apartment industry, right?
Yeah.
You see how you see all of these apartments pop up and you see like Cortland Management and all of these people managing these apartments.
Mm-hmm.
They manage them to get them good and then they sell them in about 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
They build it and they sell it. And that's their business model. They build it, make profit, they sell it, make more profit, buy another one, and they just keep moving on. I mean, that's how you build your portfolio. Obviously, you wouldn't sell it if it's not going to be profitable. Like when old boy sold BET. Remember, he sold BET so he can get that airline.
Bob Johnson?
Yeah. He wanted a black-owned airline. Yeah. So he sold BET in order to get that black-owned airline. He made his $1 billionaire in that deal too. So he made 2 billionaires out of that one deal.
Would you think? I'm not saying I'm not on no side of the fence on this one right here. I'm just asking a question. Do you think that it would be more feasible for Black people to keep businesses or sell businesses?
I think Black people with a small business, we need mom and pop stores. We need restaurants and small stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But when it comes down to something, if you can grow it and it's big enough to sell, it just depends on what's the plan after you sell it. I don't think you should just sell it because the money is there. Mm-hmm. But if you have a plan and you're going to move it in, because I don't want to tell you something, man. It was, remember Carol's daughter?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. She leveraged that. She sold out, and like people were like, oh, she sold out and she did this. And then she took the money from that and been funding all of these other Black businesses. You know what I'm saying? So she took the money that she sold out, because everybody's like, oh, she sold out to a white company. No, she sold 50% of the company. Mm-hmm. And that other 50, the money that she got from that 50%, she been paying for minority businesses to open their businesses. So she basically been giving them the loans that the banks won't give them. So I think it depends, man, on like what we trying to get out of it. Like Jay said with the champagne, he got like 50% of the champagne. He said, but it's 50% of $1 billion industry or $1 billion company. Yeah. Why would you want to have 100% of something that don't make nothing? Or you can take 50% of something that make $1 billion.
Do you think Jay keeping that business with him, and this is the part that I'll be on. I feel like sometimes they feel like, shit, let me get off this because I can sell it and make more to do over here. But what I'm saying is me keeping it and being able to cultivate it and have control over it, because like St. Ives or any other business that you can think of, I'm just talking about liquor, that's why it came in my head. But just us keeping it, we can have control of this for the long run. Like if I'm saying I'm gonna sell because the money's right, well, yeah, the money's right. But then when I'm selling it, now they finna do what they want, like FUBU, like Fat Farm, like all these companies. And now it's like the public is looking at it like, oh, that's Fat Farm, I'm gonna buy it. But I'm not really buying into Fat Farm. I'm buying into JCPenney's or whatever who they sell to. And the money's not being distributed the way it looks. Like perception and perspective is everything.
Yeah, but most of these people who do these businesses are lifelong businessmen. They're not tied down to one idea. They pretty much got a expanded portfolio to where they have multiple businesses at one time.
That's individual. It's just my individuals. I'm talking about, and
like family businesses don't sell like that.
I'm saying that what you're talking about is the individual. What I'm talking about is the diaspora. Like, yeah, like when I sell FUBU, yeah, XYZ, what's his name? I forgot his name, or the three
Damon
brothers.
John. But look, by Damon John selling FUBU, or that group selling FUBU, look at some of the doors it's opened up for him and his other business endeavors, where he's funded other businesses. He is now owner of multiple Black businesses and funds other Black businesses as well.
A question: was FUBU failing? Was FUBU failing?
You don't at any point failing though, but
was it failing? I'm asking the question. Was FUBU failing?
You fell it. So no, you sell it at a type.
Hold up. Hold on. Let me finish. It wasn't failing. If it's not failing, it's not.
Nobody wants to buy anything failing, boo.
Yeah. Exactly. Why would you wait till it's failing to sell it?
But you're not hearing what I'm saying. If it's not failing and it's doing well, and so I sell it to somebody else, and so now the people who I marketed to are buying it based on thinking, oh, that's FUBU, literally for us, by us. But we don't have nothing to do with that.
That's not true, because when he sold it, he still had something to do with it.
And then when they also sold it, it wasn't selling like that. It was in Burlington by the time they started selling it. It wasn't.
It was still doing. It was. You think Burlington don't sell? You think Burlington don't make money?
Fubu wasn't selling like that no more. Remember, the last thing that Fubu made was the Fubu Platinum.
That was.
I ain't had never Fat Albert shit on my shirt. I ain't wear none of that.
I did buy a Fat Albert shirt out of Suit Mart.
See, so they sold it at a point where it wasn't.
But why sell it, man?
But peep this though, Bug.
Why sell it?
But peep this though, Bug. Not even on no race shit. The dealership that I used to work for, that I no longer work for.
Yeah.
The parent company is a dealership.
Yeah.
Group. All they do is buy and sell dealerships. So let's say I'll buy it for a dealership. I'll cultivate it for a couple of years. It gets hot. I sell it at its height. That money I get, I sold it. I take half of that money I got and I buy another dealership and I put that money in the bank. And now I'm buying another dealership. I do that 10, 20 times. So when COVID came around, when some of your dealerships were going out of business, they had enough liquid cash to float them by their practice of buying and selling dealerships, to be able to float them on the dealerships that they had currently going. So it's not a negative if you are a business person or business group and your business model is buying and selling businesses.
Like, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Though. That's what I'm saying. No. What I'm saying is, and what I'm saying is this. I'm not knocking the business model when it comes to monetary or to being lucrative. What I'm saying is that if you want to be successful as a race, as a community, as a culture, money can't be the motivation. If money is the motivation, like, nah, I'll make 10% profit every year for 20 years to keep my culture going. You think Fiesta is
not true?
Fiesta is not even owned by Latin people, Book.
That's what I'm saying. What you think? No, Fiesta not what? What? Say it again.
It's not owned by Latin people.
It's owned by white people.
It's not owned by Latin people. It's owned by white people, bro.
All of them?
Fiesta is not owned by Latin people.
Okay, I'm wrong. Yeah, what I'm saying is that if I think to myself, if my motivation is money, then certain things are, I'll do that. But if my motivation is longevity and keeping my culture going, then there's certain things I'm gonna say no to.
Well, look, this is just it as the business side of it goes.
Yeah.
Me having a business degree, when you sit in there and they start telling you these things, like, you have to have the ability to apply whatever you learn, right? But you also have to understand principles. So just like how you said they have these people that deal with the city that actually, forecast what's going to happen. You have to forecast in business. You know at a point that this business has reached this plateau. It is this particular business is not going to grow. If it's some land or something that we own, I ain't never selling that. And I tell my kids, don't never sell that. Like, that's yours. You keep that. You know what I mean? Like, you hold on to that. But if we have a business that's sellable and we can profit off of it, because we don't want to be pimping ourselves out for money. But if we can make enough money to be able to change our situation or to be able to grow us, we have to explore that. Now,
that's the feathery line that I would talk about. Because like to me, I'm like shit.
Because
that's tough, man. That's tough, bro.
Think about this. There's people who've passed up on business opportunities and then they go bankrupt or they go out of business or their business failed because they thought that shit was going to last forever because they didn't see the long game in it. Because in the forecast, you have to say, okay, how many businesses are doing the same thing that I'm doing? In the next 5 years, how many businesses are going to be doing this? In the next 10 years, what is this going to be looking like? Yeah. What is our profit margin now? How long is this profit margin going to remain steady? If the economy shifts, do they do this? And like with clothing is not restaurants. Like, if you got a barber or you got a favorite restaurant, that's pretty much going to be your favorite shit for the rest of your life, right? Yeah. We just at that point. So why
I sell FUBU then?
Because if I'm selling baggy FUBU jeans,
it's volatile.
No, I can change the model of I can change the style of my FUBU. I can change it anytime I want to. They fuck with my
But
brand.
it ain't just it's not just like even Sean John sold, Rockaway sold, because people get attached to the name.
To the name, not the product, the name.
Whatever. So they sold that. You can start another product.
Hold up. If I'm attached to the name, if at any point I'm like whatever the NBA put out, we're gonna buy it. Whatever the NFL put out, we're gonna buy it. Whatever Sean John put out, we're gonna buy it.
That's not true as far as clothing, because clothing changed so much. Like clothing,
we can change it. If Sean John is tight pants,
but I think
in 2000,
I think they attach your name to a certain thing, you can't get past that. Like
I could change it. If I could change it, right? I can't change it.
But I think you're missing the point that when these guys sold these companies at said time, what they did with the profits from those companies.
Fuck what they did with it, man. That's what I'm saying. You missed the point. I'm not arguing with you.
No, I know.
I'm not arguing with you, bro.
No, we're not having a conversation. If you can't speak to what they did with those funds from selling,
fuck what they did, man.
You can't say fuck what they did though.
Yeah, fuck what they did, bro. Because I'm saying it. Yeah, I can, because I'm saying like you're saying that they got the money and this some other shit, but I'm saying that motherfucker, look at the long run. Look at the long run. Hold on, look at the long run.
You're not addressing the other shit though.
But
I'm addressing the real shit.
They wouldn't have sold it if they figured like it was going to be a longer run.
They didn't think that shit, but I'm saying that.
I'm showing they did, Boog. You always say people don't think it because that fits what you think about it, but that doesn't mean they didn't, because these people have boards. These boards said that they pay people to forecast these businesses. Look, the 3 dudes or 4 dudes who did FUBU, none of them motherfuckers grew up. None of them graduated from Harvard.
Exactly.
Ain't none of them sat in a room and learned how to forecast a business model. That's some shit they had to learn. So they pay somebody to come in and do that.
Okay.
Right. So them people, I'm sure, told them, hey man, if you're gonna sell now, because this is when it's peaking. You can't sell a business on the way down because it devalues. You have to sell it when it's at the top. So when it's at the peak and it's about to start.
You're wrong. You 100% wrong, bro.
I'm not 100% wrong. That's how business.
He's not 100% wrong, bro.
Watch this. Louis Vuitton, Gucci, you name any fashion long term.
Let me stop you right there, because all those you do realize all those separate brands are owned by one house. You know that, right?
What I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. How many times did the Louis Vuitton go to somebody's like, we're gonna sell all our product to somebody else, or we're gonna sell out to someone?
Louis Vuitton is a subsidiary or arm of a entity.
100%.
So is FUBU an arm of somebody else? At first they wouldn't know. Exactly.
That's why they sold, boo.
Why would I sell? You just said Louis Vuitton is not an arm of somebody else.
But why do you feel like you want to hold on to the business and do that past the point?
Because it makes sense.
What is it beneficial for you?
You can't establish longevity if you don't have longevity.
They had as long as they could. That's why they got rid of it and moved on. They call it diversifying.
No, that makes sense, bro. So
how does diversification not make sense?
Okay. How long did Louis Vuitton hang on before they fell off?
They never fell off.
Exactly. So how long did FUBU hang on before they fell off?
The black fashion?
How long did FUBU hang on before they fell off?
They never fell off.
No,
exactly. They sold out before they fell off.
No, they didn't. They fell off and sold out.
No, they sold out before they fell off.
If you want to know the truth, they were on a decline when they sold, and once they were selling, the thought process was this FUBU Platinum would bring them back up. So they sold, created FUBU Platinum, but the FUBU Platinum brand didn't bring them back up. It was a dying brand. Now, they actually were able to offload that shit and get paid. FUBU Platinum was an attempt to bolster FUBU back up. 1,000%.
And then at the time when FUBU was in, you got to look at it. You had NYC, you had FUBU,
Post No Bills,
Pele,
Fat Form.
You had all of these different ones, and it was just moving at that time. But fashion changed. Think about it now. None of that shit would sell right now. I don't know.
At no point in the history of selling has there only been one
I'm not
entity.
talking about one. I'm saying the volatile nature of urban fashion.
Okay, what you talking about? High fashion?
No, not high fashion.
One. Okay, no. I'm asking you. When has there been one high fashion company Or when has it been only
you're not
one?
listening. The high fashion company that exists, those brands are under damn near one fashion house.
Who?
I don't know the name of the fucking fashion
LVMH
house.
or something
No,
like
I'm
that?
saying,
Yeah, something like that.
are you saying that Gucci and Inyachi or Inyache, they not all fucking with each other?
Louis Vuitton, something else, they all under one fashion house.
They're all in one. They're different entities working under the same. Like, come on, man. Come on.
Actually,
bro.
if you drive down, and that's what I was trying to tell you earlier, if you drive down the freeway 45 or whatever, a lot of those dealerships you see, Audi, Volkswagen, Ford, Chevrolet, they're separate dealership brands owned by one umbrella company dealership group.
Yeah, but I mean that's just
thing in fashion.
It's perceived.
Hell,
It's perceived.
It's the same thing.
It's perceived.
Foot Locker, Foot Action, fucking Finish Line, they're all owned by one company.
The same company, yeah.
They weren't at first, but they are now.
But what I'm saying is all that shit is perceived. What's the word? Like what I'm saying is like, if I buy the same Mercedes-Benz in Houston, it's a different price as the same Mercedes-Benz in Germany, right?
But it's a difference though.
What's the difference?
Because that Mercedes-Benz is a German car. So in Germany, those shits are cheaper than in America. But in Germany, the Chevrolet is higher than it is in America because it's import.
But is the Chevrolet in Germany the same increased price as the Chevrolet as the Mercedes in US? No.
Yes, the inflation is the same.
So you're telling me that I buy a Mercedes in the US?
Yes.
Hold on. A Mercedes in the US has the same inflation as a Mustang in Germany. No,
inflation
bro.
is inflation, but now you're talking about two different currencies, or you're talking about two different what's the word I'm looking for? You're talking about two different countries. So the inflation The inflation the inflation might be different depending on what the value of their currency is. But inflation is inflation. So yes.
Hold up, Dub. If I go right now and say a 2022 Mustang in Germany and a 2022 Mustang in the US, and I go to a 2022 Benz and a 2000 in Germany and a 2022, like they don't have Mustangs as taxi cars in the US.
No. So that's what I'm saying. In the US, Mustangs are a premium muscle car. But listen. But a Mercedes Benz or Audi is a luxury car. Now, if you go to Germany or Dubai or wherever, nigga, the fucking police car might be an Audi.
That's what I'm saying.
But the Mustang,
But
the Mustang is being held like a luxury car.
Well, I'm saying it like once again, if I go to Germany and the stock car of a Germany car is a stock car, but the stock car in Germany is a luxury car in the US. The stock car in the US is not a luxury car in Germany.
You saying it's not?
It's not.
That's not true because you have.
It's a Camaro. It's a Ford Taurus, a luxury car in Germany.
So if you want to be technical about it, you might not have a Ford Taurus in Germany, but you might have a four-door Ford Falcon in Germany that they don't even make in the States. So that Ford Falcon is overseas is going to have a premium attached to it because they don't even make the fucking car in the United States, bro.
What's the Falcon?
See, you don't even know. So I don't even know what I'm talking about.
I said you got me, bro. A Falcon. But I'm saying like if I go to two cars that are in both countries, if I go to a Mercedes 350 in the US, I'm saying that what the perceived what's the word I'm looking for, man? Golly. The perceived like if I get a Mustang.
Okay, let me give you a real
Go ahead. You help me out. So you're a car guy.
If you go to Australia, maybe not today because the company died, but as of 3 years ago, you go to Australia and you go find you a what we have in America as a Chevrolet Caprice Detective. Y'all seen these cars before. They're the cars that the police drive or the detective drives. They are a new model Caprice that was not made for the civilian market. That car is dirt cheap. I can buy that car for 8-9 bands right now. It's all the performance of whatever muscle car Chevrolet put out. If I go to Australia, it's not called a Caprice. It has a different name attached to it, but it is a luxury vehicle. Every option that you want, pano sunroof, leather, hot cold seats, all that shit. It's got the 6.0 LS motor you want with the performance that you need.
Okay.
That car is a premium luxury car in Australia. You're going to pay a premium luxury charge for it. But when you roll to America, it's a police Caprice detective.
Okay.
Same situation, vice versa. When you get to the Benzes and shit, every Benz over here in America you're gonna buy is gonna be what it is. It's a Benz. But you go to Germany where they're actually made, it's gonna be a little cheaper. That's why a lot of people in the military, if they over there, they buy their Benz and then they get it transported back to the United States because it's cheaper. So even after they pay all the money they have to pay to get it to fit U.S. specs, it's still cheaper than coming to the U.S. and going to the lot and pulling off with your Benz. It's why when you go overseas and you go to buy a G-Wagon, they look at you crazy and be like, this is a real off-road vehicle. You can go to overseas, hop in a G-Wagon and drive that G-Wagon, that $200,000 G-Wagon through a river. Now, it's still pricey because it's a G-Wagon, but you get what I'm saying? It's a true off-road utility vehicle over there. Over here, it is a staple of I made it. Let me pay this $300,000 for this G-Wagon.
I'm just confused. What it got to do with the clothing, though, bro?
It has nothing to do with the clothing.
It has
nothing to do with the clothing.
You ready? You ready?
Because
you
he
ready?
wanted to
Hold
go
on.
down
You
that
ready?
road.
Hold on.
You better tie this motherfucker in,
Are
dog.
you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What I'm saying is this: if I go to Foley's, is Foley's open?
You know it's not still open.
Oh, Macy's.
All right.
If I go to Macy's in the Galleria and buy a LV belt, it's gonna cost me $200 to $400.
Probably $600.
Maybe $600. Yeah,
Yeah.
to buy for the leather. Blah 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 blah. If I go online and get it shipped over, probably $150, $200.
No, it's still gonna pay the $600.
Are you sure?
If I'm shopping at Louis Vuitton online for that same belt, I'm paying the $600.
Okay.
Now, now to help you out,
I call for $200.
Now to help you out, if you travel to Singapore and go shop, you might get it a couple of $100 cheaper.
Okay.
But you still gonna pay a premium.
What I'm saying is that the premium that's attached to that product is all perceptive price. Like it's not because the leather or the making, none of that is important. It's just the symbol. Because I can buy a belt that has the exact same specs that doesn't have an LV on it for $25.
You can.
I can buy the exact same belt that has every single spec exactly the same as that LV belt without the LV patch and get that. So it's perceived. It's like that's what branding is. Branding, the whole thing about branding is saying that because I'm 50 Cent, because I'm Mark Echo, because I'm whoever I am, I put my name on this, that means that costs more.
That's a fact. But the problem with the FUBU and the Sean Johns and those were merch attached to the height of let me say this. They never evolved in a way like Louis Vuitton and Gucci and all of those things did. Like,
Ain't get a chance to.
They did, bro. How long you think they was gonna do it?
How long it took Louis Vuitton to get to where they was? Did it take 5 years or 20 or 25 years?
But do you know how
I'm asking you a question. How long it took?
But it's a difference because they didn't hold on. It's a difference because Louis Vuitton didn't start off in the fashion industry. You know that, right?
It doesn't matter.
No, it does matter because they didn't start off origin making clothes. They started off origin in one of them world wars making
boots.
No, it wasn't Boots Boog. It was actually It was actually
Ulg was making boots.
they were making luggage. It wasn't luggage per se. It was like what's them shit you might have? You put the treasure in a treasure chest. It ain't a chest. Oh, what the fuck's the name of that shit, bro? Like a tote or some shit. It was like luggage or something. They were making that during the World War, where you would put stuff in. It's not what the fuck you call it. Anyway, that's how they started out, and then they migrated on to the fashion. So they didn't start out making clothing. They started out making like because them shits is still expensive, like $1,000 some dollars a buy. But anyway,
are you talking about the LV? I know you're talking about the bags with the. Because they started wearing the big ones too. But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So they made like chests and shit like that you could store stuff in, bro. That's what they actually originally started out making.
Flat top trunks.
There you go. They started making trunks. So they originally made trunks during one of the world wars. And then they migrate on to fashion. Same way with all of your brands. Like Rolls-Royce didn't start off as a car company. Rolls-Royce actually started off as a company that built airplane engines. Rolls-Royce is an airplane engine company in origin. And then they transferred and diversified to selling luxury cars.
Right. And then also
well, hold on. I'm gonna stop you right there, man. I'm gonna stop y'all right there. And this is gonna be a very pivotal moment in the pod. So I'm gonna say, like, so if I tell you today in 2022, hey, Louis Vuitton is a Nazi company, would you stop buying Louis Vuitton?
Well, I don't buy it
now.
now.
Me?
Talking to anybody.
I don't buy it now.
I would, you know damn well, Bull. You didn't heard me say the same shit because you asked me this about Kanye. I say this about R. Kelly. If I find out what you do don't align with my morals, I don't support it no more. But that's me. The majority of people don't feel that way.
But see, that's a tough question, Bull. Because
during World War II, Louis Vuitton collaborated with the Nazis during the. Okay, go ahead.
That's a tough one because if that's the case, do you support the American space program?
Do I support him? Nah.
Why not?
Because I ain't going to space, my nigga.
So you have no. So are you a fan of NASA? Do you care about NASA at all?
Do I care?
Do you care, bro? Do you care about the space program? Do you care about the things and advancement and medical procedures that the space program has provided to us by their advancements in going to space, which has led to certain inventions of certain medical devices that help us in day to day? Like one small thing, LASIK surgery is an advancement that they got from technology that they built to make the space station and the shuttle dock. So do you care about the space program?
No.
You don't?
No, I don't.
So
I
you
don't.
When I asked you if you would even be a supporter of the space program,
I say no.
Why not?
Because if you have to go to all that different, you go to all those different witch scholars, like, nah. Because like I said, nah, like me, I'm like, Kev know me, you know me, I'm a hands-on dude, right? And I understand that there's intricate plots and different situations that we have to, intertwine into how we move. But if you're telling me that the Nazis are funding this so that we can do no.
Do you know who Warner von Braun is?
Warner von Braun?
Warner von Braun. Do you know who Warner von Braun is?
No, but I think he's German because his name is Von.
100%. But do you know who he is?
No.
All right, so let me tell you who Warner von Braun is. Mm-hmm. Warner von Braun has been noted as the father of NASA.
Mm-hmm.
So next time you have a chance, go back and look at the early NASA photos.
Mm-hmm.
Look up Warner von Braun. And
he's German? What you mean? What you saying?
And then you tell me what Warner von Braun did before he got asylum in the U.S. And then give me your Louis Vuitton argument, because I know about Louis Vuitton.
What I'm saying is, so you asked me about NASA, and I said no, but then I said I don't support NASA. Then I turned around.
Why do you not support NASA though?
Because I'm saying that we had enough problems to deal with here, to deal with some shit in space. But what I'm saying, and I'm also saying that if I'm looking at saying that if Louis Vuitton collaborate with the Nazis, then I ain't fucking with Louis Vuitton.
Bet.
Like, is that because y'all said?
Do you fuck with Mercedes?
Hold up.
Do you fuck with Mercedes?
Hold up.
Do you fuck with Mercedes?
Hold up.
I'm asking. Do you fuck with Mercedes?
Hold up.
It's a yes or no question. Do you fuck with Mercedes?
No, I don't give a fuck with Mercedes.
Do you fuck with Volkswagen?
No, I don't.
Okay.
You said, hold up. Y'all said at the beginning of the pod, because Kanye was not fucking with XYZ, then y'all ain't fucking with Kanye. So then when I say,
that's not what we said.
Yeah,
and
what y'all said?
What I said was, and he kind of backed me up. I said the fact that he would try to damage it on purpose.
Yeah,
that was my problem with it. I don't care.
Okay, so if Louis Vuitton is pro-Nazi, how are you pro Louis Vuitton?
Who said we was pro Louis Vuitton?
I'm asking. I'm not saying you are. I'm just asking.
I don't know where people moral compasses are.
No, I'm asking both of y'all. If Louis Vuitton is pro-Nazi, are y'all pro Louis Vuitton?
No, not really. Anyway, but I don't think that's a fair one. I don't buy Louis Vuitton.
How is not fair? If Louis Vuitton,
I don't buy Louis Vuitton already.
No, I agree.
We're technically saying the exact same thing you said when I asked you about NASA though. So how you get mad?
This is what I'm saying. If they're saying that Louis Vuitton came to fame because they were Nazi, they were pro-Nazi, right? So anything Louis Vuitton to do, I'm gonna be like, nah, they came up on Nazi shit. So nah, fuck them.
So that's why I said in rebuttal, well, you still feel the same way about NASA because Wernher von Braun was the head of the of Hitler's rocket program. So if you are anti that, then you should be anti NASA, which will make you anti a lot of medical developments that we as a society have been able to enjoy because of NASA research. It makes 100%.
That don't make sense. How
does it not make sense?
You'd be anti-Pixar and Disney because Disney was a Nazi supporter.
How does it not make sense?
Exactly.
How does it?
I'm saying
Wernher von Braun was in charge of the entire Nazi rocket program, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna tell you why it don't make sense. If you're saying that this guy over here who's a scientist, not a German, not a Nazi, a person who was a scientist.
He was a Nazi, bro.
This is what I'm saying. No, was he a Nazi or was he a scientist?
Wernher von Braun was a German Nazi scientist.
What was his views on science? What was his views?
The nigga was a Nazi.
What was his views? How you know his Nazi? How you know his Nazi?
Nigga, he got asylum in the U.S. because of his advancements in the rocket program. Tell me, history, my guy. Wernher von Braun was a Nazi rocket scientist who brought his whole team of Nazi scientists to America. If you go look at them early NASA photos, you'll see all kind of white men with scars in their face and all that shit because they were also Nazi soldiers who trained and practiced, and that was a badge of honor to get cut in your fucking face with a sword, bro. All of this shit is documented. This ain't made up.
And America basically gave asylum to a lot of people that was Nazis too. So
if you want to keep it a complete being, America damn near is Nazi Germany on the low. If you really want to be 100 about it.
Yeah, we can't use America as an example, man. It's a lot of
that's what I said. So that's what I said. So I'm saying like,
but the only thing I said about Louis Vuitton, I don't think it wasn't fair for me to have to answer that because I don't support them already.
Yeah, I don't buy that shit.
Yeah.
So I could care less.
I'm in the black brands, my boy. I'm like, if my partner make a shirt, I'm buying his shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you told me that the Foot Action and Foot Locker house brand, listen to what I'm saying. Why you saying stop the cap?
Go ahead.
If you tell me the Foot Action and Foot Locker house brands were built by Nazis, I might be in trouble because I buy them shits.
Von Braun worked as a Nazi. Hold on, what did it say? Go back. I'm reading because I'm not trying to be.
You're really trying to debunk.
No.
You're really trying to prove somebody wrong.
Von Braun worked in the Nazi German rocket development program. He helped design and co-develop the V2 rocket. I can't say that word in World War II. Following the war, he secretly moved to the United States along with 1,600 other German scientists.
1,600?
Yeah.
Oh, you know some of them was racist as shit, dog.
I don't even know why you're trying to do this, bro.
What you mean? So what is your motivation?
It's no secret that America gave Nazi German scientists asylum.
Why?
because they wanted their technology.
Exactly.
So you don't think? So you think? So what you're saying is? So what you're saying is every Nazi was cool with Nazi shit.
What are you talking about?
I asked you a question. Every Nazi that was in Germany was cool with Nazi shit.
But,
I asked you a question. Answer the question, man. Answer the question.
I'm answering the question why you getting a temper tantrum. Of course, you know what? It probably
temper tantrum.
He like nuanced questions though, man.
That's what I'm saying. He be trying to switch.
Answer the question, man. Answer the question.
I'm trying to answer the question.
Compliance is just as good as you being a part. Like if you're a part of it, you compliant. You complicit.
Oh, watch this. I'm gonna ask both of y'all. I'm gonna ask A.W.
The funny part is,
hold on, I can't finish.
I don't even remember what the original question was, bro.
Can I finish? Sir?
Yeah, man. Go ahead, go.
A.W. and K.C. Have you ever been in a situation where the company that you work for has a policy that you're not compliant with, but you like, damn, I'm gonna do this thing, but I'm not complying with what y'all going with, or I don't agree with what y'all doing with, but I'm looking beyond what y'all doing.
If you standing on your morals, you can quit the job, right?
Did you quit?
I have quit. Yes.
Did you quit your job every time that the morals in line?
I'm unemployed right now, 100% because I didn't agree with the shit, so I quit. And I've done it before.
I didn't
because if it's I'm answering your question. If there is something going on with whatever the situation I'm in that is not in line with the morals that I stand on, I remove myself from said situation.
Every time?
Every time.
Every single time.
If I feel like I can't move forward with that shit morally wise, if it doesn't line up with what I stand on, if I have to compromise what I'm standing on, 100%, yes, I remove myself.
Every time?
Every time.
Okay. What about you, KC?
I ain't never really had no jobs that did that. The only one I did was when I was coaching at the Catholic school. And
which one? What Catholic school?
I was coaching at St. Ambrose.
Nigga, I'll get on your ass about the Catholics, man, because you know I was raised Catholic, so my dad I'll fuck with you though.
My dad's family was Catholic, but
yeah,
you know, just some of the stuff that I didn't, you know, once you start getting on in your religious process and your spiritual journey, it was just different for me.
Yeah,
but it didn't naturally align with what I was going through at the time, and it was a moment of time before I was quitting, so I wound up leaving, but. That's the only time I ever been in a job that I feel like actually questioned what I stood on.
Yeah,
I've been blessed to not have them situations.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. It's easy to turn. It's easy to turn your turn your back to some shit that's going on if it's some like, oh man, you know they raising the price up on this section of people. Yeah, it's totally different when you see a whole like race of people getting slaughtered just because they got blue eyes and curly hair, bro. And you just turn your back and be like, oh, I ain't got nothing to do with me and what I'm doing over here. Nah, bro, you with that shit.
Yeah, they was complicit with that shit. And like, even if it was just to save their life, they knew what type of time it was.
100%.
Yeah, they ain't free nobody and they ain't take no shots to save nobody's life and nothing like that. So all of them Nazis, I don't care what they said. If you knew it and you let it go on, you was a part of it. Because that's what they say about us. Like, if I knew you was going to sell drugs, I'm in the conspiracy already because I knew it.
Hey, Rico.
Yeah, I'm getting a RICO charge because I knew. So
if you told me when he came to America secretly, he came with 1,600 Jewish people that he saved from being slaughtered, that's one way. But if you're telling me after Hitler was killed, he seeked asylum in America with 1,600 of his scientists, nah, homie just said, oh, well, this faction lost.
Think about it like this, dog. That was at a time when travel was a little bit different. It was harder. You know? You got 1,600 Nazis to America. That shit was orchestrated.
Yeah.
Like the government knew what they was doing. He ain't sneak over here. They went and got that nigga. And they got everybody he said to bring with him. So he like, man, I ain't coming if you don't bring my boys.
Yeah.
Well, in the same breath, it's like, in the exact same breath, it's like I'm with y'all. I'm with education. Like, it's sometimes when you like, shit, my job in this situation is to do this. I'm not here for the morality stance. I'm not here for the I'm just here because I'm a scientist. And so when you say I'm a scientist and they trying to use me this way, and I'm like, oh damn, I'm a scientist. Science is not moral. Science is not moral. Science is science. Like, okay,
That's not true. I can't rock with that.
Okay, name a moral scientist, my nigga.
Somebody who studies how to make food stay. I don't know. Someone who is studying the science of helping improve farming.
Yeah, but you know, the Nazi scientists, bro, they wasn't just like they was like fucking making monsters.
Some of them were, but some of them was like just regular. Like Albert Einstein he was German. He was a Nazi scientist. But his plan, when he split the atom, he wasn't splitting the atom to make a bomb. He was splitting the atom to on science. And the Nazis figured out, shit, you know this shit can make a big ass bomb, right?
And then he came to America and helped with the Manhattan Project, right? Yeah.
Not exactly, but
yeah, no,
I mean
100%.
That's not see what I'm saying. The way that you put it in place is not exactly how it was.
This is how you read it in history. His studies laid the groundwork for the Manhattan Project.
It laid the project for it, but that wasn't
the nigga made rockets, bro. He literally made rockets with warheads attached to him. He wasn't making space exploration rockets. The nigga was making rockets with warheads attached to him, bro.
Well, all I'm saying is that
I'm gonna have to look him up because I ain't never heard of him.
Warner von Braun, and it's crazy too because if you ever have a chance to go to Huntsville, Alabama, aka Rocket City, USA, if you ever have the chance to go to Huntsville, Alabama, it's like the second hub for NASA. So if you know I like space. So if you know about NASA, this is how it goes. Huntsville, Alabama builds the rockets. Florida launches the rockets in space. And of course, Houston orchestrates it all and communicates with astronauts. So every natural resource that's needed to do something with metal is in Alabama. So that's why Huntsville, Alabama is Rocket City, USA. You got your American battery there that makes missiles. You got Jeff Bezos and his Amazon shit that make the rockets there now. They're there. They repurposed the old NASA rocket factory. So you got Warner von Braun Avenue, bro. You got Warner von Braun Space Station, and it's crazy because people don't realize who Warner von Braun was until they read up on him. So, but I like space though. I like NASA.
Yeah, I would have never known that.
I mean, but it's complicated because he joined the Nazi party. He left the Nazi party.
But did you ever hear the stories of when the athletes was in front of Hitler and all that, and they was in the Olympics? Yeah,
Jesse Owens and all them, and
yeah, well, you know, Hitler and them was sliding the black people letters. Was like, hey man, this ain't got nothing to do with you. We don't have no problem with you.
Mm-hmm.
Our problem with the white people.
Yeah,
but hold up.
They was
doing
the same to the soldiers.
In the same breath, Hitler was saying that no black athlete could be the white athlete. So even though he was telling them on the backside,
where Hitler came from, Hitler believed that he was a descendant from the Aryan race, which was a race of people from some fucking star.
You know, he was crazy though.
Yeah, he was crazy.
But in the same breath, he was telling the black athletes, "Hey man, we ain't got a problem with you. You good." But on the backside, he was saying, "Can't no black athlete be the white athlete."
Yeah, because he thought that was superior.
That's what I'm saying. So he was playing both sides of the field. So we can't. So fuck Hitler in the asshole.
Oh, I ain't saying that. No, fuck the nigga.
So we can't bring him up.
You brought him up, nigga.
No, I ain't bring him up. Kev brought him up.
No, you brought him up.
No, Kev brought him up. Kev just said that Hitler was telling
No. I'm saying from the beginning of this whole argument that we're down this rabbit hole, you brought Hitler up.
No, I brought up the SS. I said that the SS was playing both sides of the field.
No, you 100% brought up Louis Vuitton and the Nazi support.
Yes, I said the Nazis were all the Louis Vuitton is a Nazi shit.
You can't bring up the Nazis and it's Hitler. You bring up Nazis as Hitler, bro.
Louis Vuitton is some Nazi shit. So if we some black people and we know the Nazis gave a shit about black people, we can't support shit that say Nazis. Yes or no?
Okay, yeah. Yep.
I'm asking you.
I say yes.
So every time you see a nigga with some LB, you should be like, man, that's some Nazi shit, right?
Sure.
But we don't do that shit because we're not educated. Because we feel like we try to put all these caveats to be well.
Bro, you know, if people still listening to R. Kelly and defending him, nobody.
That's what exactly. That's what I be saying, bro.
Nobody give a shit about that, man. Because
that's what I be saying.
I can't even listen to some of my favorite songs because they had R. Kelly in it, man.
I'll be saying, but what it is that, and to be honest and open, it's like it's not like we be trying to put an individual. If we go all the way to Kanye West, it's like we try to put an individual and make him the antithesis of a movement. And like, no, Kanye West is an individual, man, and he could be right, he could be wrong. Sometimes he's right, sometimes he's wrong. But the white life matters. He might be wrong. He might be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like I said at the beginning, I was like, man, let's see what it come. Let's see what he's saying before we judge him.
The only question that we had in rebut was, why is that not the same for how you brought up Gucci Man? Why you don't have that same? Why you don't have that same patience for Gucci?
You don't idolize.
I didn't because what is Gucci Man saying? What is he saying? Kanye, like if you think that Gucci Man and Kanye are on the same level of intelligence, then just say that.
You can't say this, but you can't say they
Hold
not.
on, let me answer this one. Let me answer this one because I know I listen to a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. If you do any research on Gucci, Gucci is not only smart, he is superbly and super intelligent. He has an extremely high IQ. You just don't like his subject matter rapping wise.
Yeah, if I'm that smart, why am I rapping like this?
Because that's what he was influenced by. Most people who rap or do music, you do your influences. Like for instance, my younger brother does music, right?
Yeah.
That's my brother. We share the same father. If we put us in a room and listen to the music we listen to, it's not even in the same arena. Like it's totally different because he was influenced because he was raised in Rapid City, South Dakota.
Yeah.
Yeah. So his musical influences are different, and we got the same musical father. Mm-hmm. My dad was listening to Van Halen and Sly and the Family Stone because his guitar was his instrument of choice. So he liked everything with heavy guitar. So, you know, we was listening to Jimi Hendrix and stuff like that when I was a kid. I found the urban music myself. Yeah. My little brother though, he's listening to like Evanescence and different stuff like different music, alternative music. So he turns me on to like lo-fi music and all of these things. Because his influences are different. Where I'm sitting here telling you my favorite rapper was, BG and all of these type of stuff. So, the influences are make us who we are or what we are into. But that's only based on the pocket that we in. Like what we get to see, what we get to digest. That's what creates those things. Gucci Mane, from everything that I know, was raised in the hood, had to survive in the hood, grew up in the hood. Now that he's getting older, it seems as if he's moving away from the hood mentally. Like, he don't want to go back to jail. He realizes that. And that's okay. With Kanye, I'm not saying that Kanye is not supposed to have his own opinion. Yeah. Kanye can believe what he wants to believe. But as a black person, whether you say, if it's detrimental to the cause, whether it's me giving Donald Trump head on TV or me saying head good, that's how I felt like he was doing when he begged him for a hug and he turned him down. Okay. If you say Gucci Mane talking about guns and all that, and all of those are detrimental. All of it is detrimental. I'm saying
this. Gucci Mane is perpetuating a lifestyle that has never enhanced black people. Can we agree on? Can we agree on that?
Yes, I agree. But so is Kanye West.
So it's Kanye West. So why is Gucci? So why is Gucci Mane shit okay? And Kanye
never
West
said
shit.
that. I just quit.
No,
he never said that.
The reason why we even talked about Kanye in the first place is because he did something specifically to be the opposite of what was going on for black people. And
my point was, let's let it play out and see what he's saying.
No, but
let's
you
let
always say
it play out.
Always, but we've heard this from you before because you like Kanye, and
I like everybody, man. I like Gucci
you
Man
really
too.
like Kanye.
No, that's not true.
You really like
You really
Kanye.
like Kanye.
What the fuck? Shut the cat, nigga. I can name more Gucci Mans than you. I can name more Gucci Man songs than you can, Dub, bro.
You got Gucci Man Christmas album in your phone?
I listen.
Nah,
to that.
I did.
but
You
I
ain't a
got
Gucci Mane fan,
I got Gucci Man
heard
last
you.
5 songs though.
Like I said, if you don't have a Christmas album in your phone, bro,
That was 2 years ago, man.
nigga, I
But
didn't
look.
ask you when it was.
I'm just saying. I'm talking about today.
And actually,
I
actually, it was 4 years ago. But go ahead though.
That's what I'm
we
saying.
wouldn't have
I fuck with music on a different
do,
level, man.
but
Just because don't talk about, what talking about? And see, I'll be sick of this bullshit. Just because you choose to spend your Thursday listening to random music, don't mean
all music.
Doesn't mean
all music.
Doesn't mean
not random. All
doesn't mean that you have a better opinion about music than other people. Boy.
I ain't say I.
No, that's
you
true.
right, Dub. You are right, Dub. You are right, Dub. It doesn't mean that my opinion is
that's
better.
the problem too, bro. Sometimes you think you have an enhanced intelligence about some shit.
I just told you
And
right.
Don't,
How's the problem?
And the prime example was you sitting there talking about, do you think Gucci Man and Kanye is on the same intelligence level? If you truly ask me the question, you just said that shit, nigga.
No, I said not.
You just said that.
I said that Gucci Man and Kanye are not on the same intelligence level, man.
That's not what you said. You said you did the handle. You don't think
you did.
that
You
Kanye
said,
West and Gucci Man on the same intelligence level? And yes,
I'm asking y'all.
I actually think Gucci. I actually think Gucci's smarter than Kanye. To be honest with you,
he's smarter than Kanye. Kanye just signed.
How?
Nigga, how is Kanye smarter than Gucci? Tell me that. Kanye dick
made more money because he made more money. That's what he about to say.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna say because Gucci Man's conversation is about putting different people in situations.
What?
And Kanye's conversation is about seed to sow.
What?
Seed to sow for who? For him? He don't
For
give a fuck
anybody.
about you. Kanye don't care about you, boy.
Kanye don't even talk to you niggas until he trying to sell you some shoes.
Yeah. Kanye ain't start, dog. Kanye don't even want to be black.
Here, bro.
Yeah, that nigga been stopped being black.
Bro.
The worst thing ever happened to Kanye, man, and I feel so bad for him. When he lost his mama, he lost his fucking mind.
Okay. So
And the funny thing is, everything. And the funny thing is, everything Boog be sitting out here on a soapbox preaching about, Kanye West is the complete opposite of. But yet and still, you meat ride this funny shoe wearing nigga every opportunity, bro. Cause fuck that shit, bro. You be getting on your soapbox like you so holier than I meat riding that nigga. Yeah, Kanye West meat riding ass nigga, bro.
Dog, Kanye, I don't know why people don't see it, and I feel like you feel. When I think about Kanye, man, and this it hurts my heart, man, because I was a Kanye fan.
I love his music, though. I ain't gonna lie. I love his music.
Look, 808 and Heartbreaks, My Beautiful Twisted Dark Fantasy, College Dropout, all of those, right?
You ain't heard the last two, man.
I did.
I'm not even gonna say F it because it's named after his mama. If it wasn't named after his mama, I'd say
Donda.
I would say F blank blank blank. I named after his mama, so I ain't
Y'all
gonna say
hating on Donda?
Work. With incomplete work, you disrespecting your mama legacy, man. You should have finished.
Y'all hating Donda?
Paid on Drake. He was trying to
hating on Donda.
Yeah.
I'm talking shit right now, but I'm also on real. I'm talking shit and also being real. So it's like it's 50-50. But y'all hating on. We gonna box. Who
gonna box?
Me and Kid. I got to see Kid tomorrow.
Okay.
I said, look, it hurt my heart to have to say it about the dude, man, because I respected him so much because I felt like he stood up, and I liked the fact that he wasn't trying to be gangster. And then he lost his fucking mind, man. And then
Kev, man. Kev, all I'm gonna say is that 24 is the best song I've heard from a hip hop artist in the last 10 years.
Please stop saying shit like that, man, because then I'm gonna have to stop taking you in consideration.
Have you heard 24?
Yes.
So what part of that song you didn't like?
I didn't say I didn't like it. I just don't think it's the best hip hop song I've heard in the past. What you said, 10 years?
It wasn't a hip hop song.
You said that.
Okay, you're right. 24 is the best song I've heard from the hip hop artists.
I thought he was a hip hop artist though. You told me. What I said. You told me maybe 20 pods ago he wasn't even a hip hop artist no more.
I said that 24 is the best song I've heard from a hip hop artist. I didn't say it was a hip hop song.
I said he wasn't even a hip hop artist anymore.
I said that 24 was the best song I've heard from a hip hop artist. I didn't say the best hip hop song I've heard.
All
I
right.
said it's the best It's the best song I've heard from a hip hop artist in the last 20 years.
So, all right. So let's say this. Let's ask you this question.
Okay.
I've seen you say this before.
Yeah.
You can't take people serious that don't write their own songs in the hip hop realm.
I said that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
When they were talking about Drake, having
when?
ghostwriters, you can't be a goat if you have ghostwriters. You can't be a goat.
I said that?
Yeah. You be flip flopping on them. That's why you.
No, I ain't never said that.
You 100% you said that before.
Pull it up, man.
You said you can't be a goat because you don't write your own lyrics.
Pull it up, man.
Who recorded what you said? This is
nigga type James Boogie GOAT and it'll come up, man.
All right, so how can you hold Kanye in a high regard?
Come up.
When he don't even write his own thoughts.
Okay,
Kanye can be a GOAT because he's GOAT when it comes to producing and shit like that.
No. Don't you do that because he ain't even producing his own songs no more. Don't do that.
Damn, y'all hating, man. Y'all haters.
Hey, bro, Mike Dean producing them songs.
Mike Dean.
Travis Scott. All of them dudes.
Don't act like Mike Dean. Don't act like boy. Time out. Don't act like Mike Dean ain't over there doing what Mike Dean do. He not?
Ain't no way Boog trolling us, dog.
He not?
He trolling us. Boog got lead in that cup.
Mike Dean not over there doing what Mike Dean do?
24.
Don't act like Mike Dean ain't over there doing what Mike Dean do.
I'm asking you one question.
Boog.
Hold on. I'm asking one question.
What?
Do you like the song 24?
That's a good song. I think.
What about Dub?
No, I don't. And if you want to ask me true, I think It's Almost Dry was the hottest album out of that camp in the last 5 years.
What song? What song?
The album It's Almost Dry is the hottest album out of that camp. It's Almost Dry is the hottest album out of that camp in the last 5 years.
Push T?
Yeah, nigga, I'm talking about Pusha Terrence.
What's your favorite song?
All of them, nigga. You know I don't name a song.
See what I'm saying? What's the favorite verse?
All of them, nigga.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't a Pusha T fan like that.
You know what I'm saying, man?
Honestly, that the tightest two people on that camp to me was Sci-Hi and Big Sean.
Pusha T raps better than Sci-Hi the Prince, but I like Sci-Hi the Prince.
Pusha T
Pusha T raps better than Sci-Hi.
Pusha T got them same boring ass verses on every song.
Oh man, I don't know. Pusha T makes better songs than Sci-Hi. I'll say that.
No, he doesn't.
Why you crazy?
100%.
No, he doesn't.
Pusha T makes better songs.
You crazy motherfucker, man. What's your favorite Pusha T verse?
All of them, nigga.
I'm gonna tell you his favorite
Name one, nigga. Top five.
His favorite Pusha T song is Grinding.
No, actually, it's Popeyes. If you want to know the truth, my favorite clip song is Popeyes, and it's probably because Cam is on it. But that's my favorite clip song. Is Backed by Popular Demand.
Yeah, Backed by Popular
Demand.
And then probably like Keys Open Doors. I like that one too.
Keys Open Doors. Keys Open Doors.
Yeah. I talk about Pusha T, man. Nah, man, y'all tripping, man.
But it's also but
he's nice. I think he's a nice rapper, but I don't think
he's nice.
It's also a different style of rapper. If you go about rapid rap niggas who actually can rap, Sci-Hi can out rap Pusha T. But I like more Pusha T's album.
I can understand somebody liking Pusha T because he has a sound about himself that if you like him. And I like Pusha T. I just think that Sci-Hi makes better music, but he's not sellable like Pusha T is more sellable.
But it's also this is gonna tell you the kind of I admit I like drug dealer battle rap. You know what I'm saying? So if you ask me, I'd rather listen to Benny the Butcher instead of Sci-Hi the Prince. That's just me though.
Yeah. I could see that because I like Benny the Butcher. I got turned on to his music a little later, but I really like Benny the Butcher.
I did too. I kept hearing Joe Budden scream about these Griselda niggas for 3 weeks in a row. And so I just went in and looked up fucking Conway the Machine on YouTube and got a whole slew of shit. Some shit before he got shot. Then I went and checked out Benny and was like, damn, I like these niggas. I fucking like Westside, and Westside can't rap. I'll tell you that right now. Westside Gunn can't rap.
He's trying to style his way through a song.
But I like the style of the song. The nigga is he rap about fashion and selling dope and shooting niggas. And that's the funny shit, his content. And his content is fashion rap
and wrestling.
shoot niggas, and then he gonna give you some Muslim prayers at the end.
Yeah, because he kind of like got this Ghostface Killer Raekwon thing going. Yeah, he sound like a Wu-Tang member, like a Wu baby.
It's funny. I let someone who was not a part of our culture. I turned them on the West Side Gun with Griselda, period. And the first thing they came back and said, and they were like, "Man, that was. I like the music, man. I felt like these guys will come shoot you and kill you, and they will be very fashionable when they do it."
Yeah.
So you
that's
know
true,
what I'm
man.
But that's the kind of shit I like, though. I like that genre of music. So
That ain't violent, man.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of. I'm a fan of Stove God. You know what I'm saying? But I like the nigga that Boog don't like.
Oh,
Ooh-wee. Sauce Walker.
You don't like Sauce, Boog?
Boog don't like Sauce, man.
I don't not like what.
Ooh-wee.
Dog, I'm gonna tell you, Sauce had this song. He did a song, and I don't know the name of it. He got one of them called Ghetto Gospel. That shit fire.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, but he had another song he did where he did the video walking through the little jewelry exchange in Sharpstown.
Yeah. I don't know the name of the song, but I know what you're talking about.
Man, he was rapping his ass off, boy. I'm talking about he was rapping his ass. That's when I knew he could really rap, because I first kind of like got on him listening to him on Slim Thug album on that ooh-wee, Lord forgive me, these pussy niggas gotta die for their envy. I was like, man, who is this cat? Because, he just was different, but he can really rap when he ain't trying to style his shit out. He got bars, bro. He just don't, they ain't what he trying to do for real.
I heard that nigga on the West Side album, bro. On West Side album, I forgot what it's called. Is it called Westheimer? I think the name of the track is Westheimer, bro. Bro, he was on there with Stove God, Cooks, and Bodie James. Bro, he murked them niggas. Stove God was Stove God verse was fire. I don't really fuck with Bodie James like that, bro. And that boy went hard.
Yeah, they look at him like a character, man, but he can really.
He is a character, man.
He's definitely a character, but he can rap. I know we've been on here a long time, man, and I've been wanting to talk about this because I ain't gonna say we want to talk about it, but I'm not, I don't understand the politics of it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
What's up with the Zero and Trey shit, man?
Hey, man.
I don't know.
On that note, man, look, on that note, I'm going to sleep, man.
Why you going to sleep?
Hey, man. Because I don't fuck with Zero. I don't fuck with Ro. I don't fuck with Trey. And anything you say on that note, it's going to be some fuck shit, man.
I've seen some shit on I don't know how real this was, bro. I don't know if it was like IG or Facebook. It was like a nigga that said he was a cameraman and he cut his camera off.
I saw that dude who said they was threatening him or whatever.
Yeah, but I didn't know if that was true or not though.
I don't know neither, but he said he had to go to the police about it.
Some fuck shit, man.
I just wish that our H-Town rappers, I don't know if you want to call them legends, some people that H-Town legends. I wish they can just hash it out, bro, and get past it. Whatever, nonsense that, and I don't want to say the issue nonsense. I don't know what it is, but whatever the issue is, I wish they could kind of sit down, talk about it amicably, and get past it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't even ask the question to be messy or anything like that. I just don't understand the Houston scene. I literally never heard a song with them two on it together.
Oh, they had
they used to be asshole by nature, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I heard of the ABN, but I never listened to any of their music. Like, by the time I come around, Trey was already a solo artist.
Oh, yeah, no.
And, coming from New Orleans, we didn't even hear Swisher House. We only heard Rap A Lot. So everything from Rap A Lot was coming to New Orleans, and Big Mike from New Orleans, so we knew about that. Tim Smooth that got signed to Rap A Lot, so we had that Rap A Lot pipeline coming in through New Orleans, and then some of the Rap A Lot artists was doing music with Cash Money.
See, I guess us as artists, you can cut screen back on, book. I guess us as artists, we ain't talking about that no more, bro. We just talking about H-Town artists. I think us as artists, and I think Book can maybe speak to this, like, we was rapping at a time where I guess we didn't see the divide. I don't know if it's because you can say we didn't make it mainstream enough to see the divide, or we were the group that, as long as you was good people, did good business, and won with the fuck shit, like, we'll fuck with you. We'll do a song or two with you. Like, we ain't had no rap beef like that with niggas. Like, it wasn't just no group of niggas or artists that we just said fuck them niggas, outside of maybe one or two of these little local dudes who was trying to control the radio and won't let us get into a show. And even with that, like, you know what I'm saying? We want this, you know, fuck that nigga. You know, it was like, oh, man, he kind of hold us at the door today, whatever. So, I don't know.
Yeah, and then, you know, I always respected Houston music because Scarface is one of my top rappers. Scarface is in my top 5 rappers of all time. And, you know, but I listen to Gangsta Nip. I listen to Trouble. I listen to K Reno. Like, there's a lot of that stuff.
Oh, it's K Reno, man.
3-2. You know.
Oh, man.
South
all right.
Coalition. Hey, so
we went back deep, man, as far as the rapper like go. But that's all I knew of Houston music. I ain't know nothing else coming out of Houston.
Answer this, Bug. You're a hip hop historian.
Yeah. It's my last question. I'm going to sleep after this.
So as a hip hop historian,
yeah,
I don't think that Houston actually dealt with the same beef when it comes to rap as like New York. Like I don't think there was a beef that big that tore the city apart like that. Like New York or like Atlanta or like Cali. What
you mean North Side, South Side?
That wasn't a rap beef. That was neighborhoods. I said a rap.
It was neighborhood, but it turned to rap beef. So
I don't remember any rappers like having shootouts over North Side, South Side shit.
They ain't had them shootouts, but they ain't do music together.
In the middle of the North Side, South Side drama, I also remember Slim and ESG doing songs together.
That was in the middle. That was the end of it.
So tell me, at the height of North Side, South Side beef, rappers was beefing that big.
How many tracks you did with a North Side rapper?
A lot.
A lot?
Literally, we formed a record
more than
label.
10?
More than 10? Literally, Boog.
More than 10?
Literally, Boog. We were a part.
More than 10?
Can I finish my sentence?
Okay, go ahead.
We literally were a part of a record label with niggas out of Acres Homes.
You did more than 10 songs with them?
Of course we did more than 10 songs with them.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did, Bug. Bug is full of shit.
I'm gonna have to do me some more Houston digging, man, because I never got into the Screw music because it just wasn't my vibe. I heard the first time I ever heard a Screw song, I was at a party at USL, where's ULL now, but at University of Louisiana Lafayette.
Yeah.
And they put it on, and we always like, what the hell is this? But USL had a lot of people from Shreveport. So Shreveport was listening to Houston music. So we didn't know what that was. But then they played the little K.Cooks on the south side, and I was like, oh, I like this shit. And everybody was in there doing a little dance, and I was like, oh shit, I could get with this. You know what I'm saying? So that was a good time. But like I said, my whole thing, when I first got here, I was like, man, I'm trying to run into somebody from Rap a Lot. Like, I don't know no better. I'm just naive. I'm like, shit, nigga, where Princeton be hanging at? I'm trying to get where they at. But I remember getting here, dog, and I asked something about Jay Prince somewhere, man. Nigga, stop talking to me. Nigga looked at me like, nigga, you fucking police? Like, I'm like, man, what's going on? Then I realized after a while, they was looking at me like I was a police, but I was really like a fan, like, where them niggas hang at? Like, I ain't realize how big Houston was either. You know what I'm saying? Because I just wanted to be wherever that was at, because I'm like, man, I'm trying to pass these mixtapes out. Somebody gonna feel this. But, y'all, Houston has a bigger scene and a lot more history and depth to it than a lot of people know. Because it was later on when I heard anything from ESG.
Everyday street gangster.
Yeah. I'm telling you, boy, I was a grown-ass man before I knew anything about ESG. So, it wasn't something that was out there like that. But before we get out, man, y'all make sure y'all check out or get y'all people to check out that Love All Kind of Ways. And then I got something else that'll be dropping in October. I got merchandise too. If you go on my Instagram page, the I am Kevin Cooks CEO. I am CEO Kevin Cooks. On my own HMO Entertainment page, you can get the merchandise. One of the things that I'm doing, I got a shirt that says "Say More," and that slogan is just basically, getting people to be able to use depth in their words. Like, it's okay to use words. It's okay to have meaning behind what you do, even if you don't have a lot of words. Just to be able to get your thoughts out, even if it's something as life changing as you need help and you need to ask somebody. So it's encouraging people to speak up and to be themselves and to say what they need to say. So, a lot of people been taken to that. I'm gonna have somebody talk. I got a few people that's gonna help me move that. Basically shoot like little mini testimonials. One of them be my sister. She's a domestic abuse survivor. One of them being one of the A-Leave kids. He went to jail for like 5.5 years. Now he's a businessman, been keeping himself clean, about to start his own gym soon. He gets his merchandise off. He's really running the personal training thing. I got another young lady. She's 19. She dealt with colorism. She's going to be a doctor. She's had mental issues before, dealing with, not loving herself properly because everybody didn't look at her skin like it was beautiful. So those will be 3 of the people that's going to do some stuff for me. So I'm really proud of that, man. And hopefully everybody will listen to that and we can get that moving, and actually get some kids to understanding that as well. So, thank y'all for having me on, man. And whenever y'all need me on or want me on, man, I'm happy.
Thank you for being on with us, man. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, do you know KOC Go?
Who?
KOC Go.
I
feel like all rappers from New Orleans that live in Houston know each other. So, yeah, okay.
Nah.
Hater. Oh, she's a hater, man.
Shut your ass up. This has been another episode of the 16 Shots Podcast with young James Boogie, who can't keep his computer charged.
Tell me how you took, and I'm going to tell you what I meant.
Special guest K.Cooks again, as always. It's a pleasure. All right, and we out.
No, talking about instruments to get the bitches, man.